Hey guys, what's up? Yokurama here. I'm here today to bring you guys my first impressions of the winter 2013 anime season, and this is gonna be my quick first impressions. I pretty much have started everything apart from some season 2s, and actually I won't be talking at all about any of the season 2s in this video. I'll only be talking about new series that started. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first one is I, My, Me, which is a comedy slice of life series about girls drawing manga and doing random things, and this is actually a series that is 3 minutes per episode, has a lot of random comedy, over-exaggerated comedy, which I kind of enjoy, but if you decide to pass this one by, you won't really be missing out on anything. Next one is Amnesia. This is the brain-based series of the winter anime season, and so far it's pretty good. It's about a girl that has this fairy-like creature crash into her spirit, and she loses her memory, and this is a different kind of amnesia. She has to regain her memories by interacting with people, or else she's gonna forget how to breathe and die. And the first episode was kind of dry, but the second episode starts to pick up some things because she starts regaining some memories about some of her friends, and some of them are pretty crazy, and it's pretty interesting so far. It's a fantasy romance shoujo series. It has very interesting animation, especially when it comes to the eyes. Worth the watch if you're into that kind of stuff. Next one is Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman. Now, this series resembles Lupin the Third so much. The character designer of this anime is Punch Monkey, and he's the guy that created Lupin the Third, and I don't know what kind of influence he has on the series, but it's very similar. It takes place in a different time period, but it's pretty much about a thief that steals from people that stole from the people, like the government, some higher officials, and he brings it back and gives it back to the people. Very interesting. If you guys like these sort of adventure type, like thieves, fantasy, historical series, then check this one out. Next one is Cuticle Tante Inaba. This is an action comedy mystery shonen anime by the production studio Zexus, and this one is definitely not for everyone. If you guys are gonna be going into this one expecting like a detective series with a little bit of comedy on it, it's not for you either, because this one is 100% comedy with just like a hint of detective work thrown into it. Like, the main villain of this series is a goat. It's a goat. So if you're not into like random comedy, then don't check this out. Next one is Gujabu. This is a comedy school slice of life series, and there's no real story to this. It's pretty much just about a group of kids in a club doing random stuff, just sitting there talking. Random conversations happen, random interactions happen between characters. There's all these different types of characters. So if you're not into one of those kind of series where nothing really happens, just them doing their daily life stuff with a little bit of comedy and a little bit of over exaggeration in some parts, then it's not for you. But if you like that sort of stuff, this is actually a pretty decent one when it comes to a slice of life series. Next one is Hakkenden, and this is an action fantasy shoujo supernatural series. Now, so far this is a pretty decent series. The story is about how a village pretty much died out because of some tragic plague, and a few people did survive, and they're living in a church. But our main character, he has this bird which transforms into the Muramasa blade, and the Imperial Church wants it, and they're pretty much after him. And that's pretty much the story so far. It's decent, but so far it's just like an action series for girls. That's pretty much what it is so far. If you're a girl that's not really into action anime and you're watching my video, check this one out, because this is an action anime that is focused more towards your demographic. Next one is Inferno Cop. This is another anime that is 3 minutes per episode, and this one you have to check out. This is one of the most ridiculous animes I've ever seen in my life. It's produced by Trigger, which is a new production studio, and wow. It's not really an anime, it's kind of like a picture-on-picture series, but it's so freaking funny, so random, so over the top, and it's just awesome. I'm not even gonna really talk about the story because there is no story, just about an Inferno Cop. That's what it is. Check it out. It's only 3 minutes per episode. All the episodes are on YouTube. Watch it. Next one is Ishida to Asakura. This anime is 2 minutes per episode, and actually this is probably my favorite one of the season when it comes to 2 to 5 minute per episode series. It's also a pretty random one, over the top, a lot of comedy. It's about 2 high school boys named Ishida and Asakura and their random conversations. It's pretty funny so far. It's pretty damn funny so far. Check it out. Next one is Kotoura-san, and this is probably the most hyped and the most talked about series so far, in my opinion, from what I've seen after doing all my first impressions on my other channel. People were just going crazy over this, and episode 1 was brilliant. It was brilliant. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I usually like talk freely about things that happen in the first episode because it's just the first episode, but I'm not gonna spoil anything because the stuff that happens, especially in the first half of the episode, is insane, and it will get anyone into this series. All I will say is that it's a comedy romance school series with a bunch of tragedy thrown into it about a 15-year-old girl named Kotoura who can read minds. So check this out. If you're gonna watch any anime from this season, this is one of the most recommended one from me, so watch this one. Next one is Love Live, and this is pretty much about a group of girls wanting to save their school by creating an idol group in their school so that more people will join their school and they won't have to close down due to a lack of enrollments. The production studio that's doing this one is Sunrise, and it's pretty awesome so far. It's a music anime. I love music anime a lot. There's just something about them that really catches my interest, and really there's not much to complain for me about this anime so far. The only complaint I really have is the CG that they put into it, the computer graphics, and it just annoys me. It distracts me and I don't like it. Please stop with the CG. Apart from that, it's worth a watch if you like music type anime, and if you want to watch a group of random regular high school girls become an idol group, which is pretty interesting so far. Next one is Mangirl. Now, what can Mangirl be about with the name Mangirl? That is the worst name you can choose for an anime. But, you know, I already spent a lot of time talking about that in some other videos, so I'll skip the rant. What this anime is pretty much about is a group of girls creating their own manga magazine. And this is 3 minutes per episode series, so it's very, very short episodes. And so far, it's decent. It's alright. It's definitely nothing on Bakuman's level, but still, if you like stuff like Bakuman, you want to see more things, you know, that have to do with the manga industry and stuff like that, check this out. Even though so far there hasn't been too much in-depth explanation and stuff like that, but it's interesting so far. Next one is Maoyuu, Yuusha. Now this one is probably one of my favorites of the season so far. It's an adventure fantasy romance series, and it's about the hero and the demon queen meeting together and joining forces because the demons and the humans are in war, but they can't stop the war by just, you know, stopping the war because it would just be a disaster, because they're at that point where without war more people will die, and they pretty much join forces. They fall in love in a way, and they are trying to figure out a way to stop the war and create peace. This is a series that has a lot to teach you about war, about tactics, about land, about economy. It has it's an interesting series that actually has a ton of info in it that adds another layer to the series. This is also one of the series that I recommend the most from the winter season. Next one is Mondaiji-tachi. That's how I'm gonna call it, but it has a super duper long name. The English name is Problem Children Are Coming from Another World, aren't they? And so far it's a pretty interesting one. This is a fantasy supernatural series about a group of kids that are taken to this island world or something like that. We're not sure yet, and these humans definitely have some sort of supernatural abilities, and they're asked if they want to participate in playing games to win rewards. And it's pretty interesting so far. There were some pretty decent fights and very interesting characters. It's definitely worth a check out, and it's only going to be 10 episodes long, so it's going to be a pretty quick watch. Next one is Ore Shura. This is a comedy romance school series by A1 Pictures. If you guys don't know who A1 Pictures are, it's the same guys that did Magi. It's the same guys that did Sword Art Online. My favorite thing about this series so far is its art style and animation. It's just so beautiful, so colorful, so vibrant, and it reminds me of Sakuraso. Just the animation and art style. That's all that reminds me of Sakuraso, because the whole story in its own is different, completely different, and pretty awesome so far. It's about pretty much this popular girl blackmailing our main male lead into dating her. They both hate love. He's anti-love and she's anti-love, but she's popular. Everybody keeps asking her out, and so everybody would leave her alone. Like I said, she blackmails him into dating her, and everybody leaves her alone, and some pretty funny situations happen. Good stuff, guys. Check it out. Definitely worth a watch. Next one is Sasami-san at Ganbaranai. This is a Shaft production, and you guys know I'm a big fan of Shaft, but this is a series that I'm not sure sure if I'm gonna like too much. The first half was pretty cool, pretty interesting. The animation was superb, like amazing, like almost a 10 out of 10 for the animation. But the second half of the episode was so weird. Everything turned into chocolate. A bunch of girls started fighting the chocolate with random powers. Yeah, it's very weird. So if you like random crap going on the screen and you wanted to watch it in like superb animation, check this out. Next one is Senran Kagura. This is an action ecchi series, and it's 99% action with a little bit of ecchi ninjas thrown into it. Pretty much about a group of girls that are good ninjas going against another group of girls that are bad ninjas with a lot of ecchi. That's pretty much it, not really else. Sounds like something you like? Check it out. Next one is Senyu, and this is a 5-minute per episode series, so very short episodes. This is an action comedy fantasy shonen series, and I like this one so far because it feels like it's like an MMO type series with a lot of comedy. It's making fun of MMOs a bit, you know, how like one of our main characters attacks one of the other main characters and he levels up, and the other main character is like, don't level up after hitting me. So it's pretty funny. The story is like really lame, nothing, you know, crazy, but it has a lot of funny moments, and I could see myself getting some sort of enjoyment from this. So if you guys want to watch like a short, funny shonen anime, then this one's for you. It's only 5 minutes per episode, and it's only going to be 13 episodes long. Next one is Tamako Market, and this is an anime by Kyoto Animation Studios. And oh man, another beautifully animated series. Like, the first thing you notice when you watch this is how good the animation is, and just it's even worth to watch just for that. But this anime is a comedy slice of life, and it's about a bird that can talk, that ends up being found and starts living with this family that make mochi, which is this sort of bun, sweet bun, I don't know, rice cake, I don't know what you're gonna call it. Whatever I call it, people are like, no, it's nothing like that. So it's something sweet, good. And so far it's pretty random, but episode 1 did end with like some sort of cliffhanger, but still it's a very good one. Kyo Animation, they're amazing, they're not gonna disappoint. I definitely recommend this one. Next one is Vividred Operation. This is another A1 picture anime of the season. This is action sci-fi that is pretty much featuring a 14-year-old girl that lives on a peaceful island filled with nature and technology. But then things happen, and her grandfather gives her something that turns her into a futuristic Maho shoujo or Power Ranger. I don't know. We'll see later on. Next one is Yama no Susume, and this is another 3-minute per episode anime that's going to have only 13 episodes, so this is gonna be a very short anime series, and it's about girls that rock climb. It's nothing really that interesting. It's just like a slice of life. Pretty, I guess, unique because there's not many, or if any, rock climbing anime. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. It's only 3 minutes per episode. And last but not least is Zettai Karen Children, The Unlimited. Hyobu Kyosuke. It's a very long name. I'll just call it The Unlimited. This is a supernatural anime, and it's pretty much Guilty Crown and X-Men merged into one series. I'm telling you, that's like the kind of vibe I got from this one. It's pretty much about espers, which are people that have like supernatural abilities, and the abilities so far in this series have been so awesome from the characters that we have seen so far, and the fight scenes and the animation have been so well done as well. So if you like fighting, if you like abilities, supernatural action, check this out. This is a must-watch of the season all the way. This is a spin-off series to the original series called Zettai Karen Children, but so far, from what I've gathered, you don't need to have seen the original parent story before watching this one. It's kind of like a spin-off in the same world, but it has nothing really to do with Zettai Karen Children. So that, guys, is my quick first impressions of all the anime that have started up in the winter of 2013 anime season. There's a few good ones, a few worth watching, but mostly a lot of the series that started up, you won't really miss out on much if you skip them. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I helped you guys out in finding at least a few series that are worth checking out for you. Let me know in the comments below what you guys' favorite anime are from this season. Let me know the anime that you guys will start up after watching this video, if you're gonna start up any, of course. Looking forward to reading you guys' comments below. Also, if you guys have any first impressions of any of these series, you can leave them as a video response to this video. I'll gladly accept. Make sure you guys like this video because it helps out a lot. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys like these first impressions, if you guys like chapter reviews, if you guys like anime reviews, and more videos on the whole seasonal anime stuff. I'm Yokurama, and baby, I'm out. Peace!